but still a lot of mental work to be done. Questions?
What kind of attitude have you seen the last few days? Just, it's been a while since they played a game.
Yeah, very spirited. I think they want to get back out there. I think in general, when you're coming off a loss, you want to get back out there as quick as possible. Now with the bye week, I think they're really eager to get back out there in High Point Solution Stadium.
How about your temperament? Did you change at all? Coming during a losing streak, did you try to be consistent, or you want to throw over a table? I mean, how do you kind of proceed?
Would you like me to throw over the table?
Some fans would. Not the podium.
No, I think there's really nothing more valuable in life than consistency, and that's what the players need. It's our job to come out here every day and make sure that they understand exactly what the expectations are of them from an effort standpoint, from a mental standpoint, and then make sure we demand those things. So we want to teach them and we want to be demanding. But from my standpoint, I try to be consistent, whether we're 1-0 or not each week. When I tell the players to turn the page as a coaching staff, we got to turn the page and put our eyes forward as well.
I think that kind of jumps up what Coleman. He has a lot of long runs. What makes him so kind of explosive?
He's got really good vision. I think one of the things that plays into that, and I've heard Kevin speak about it a couple times already in some of his interviews, they do a really good job of blocking down the field, their receivers cutting defensive backs, their linemen cutting linebackers. And then with a guy like Coleman, if he gets a crease, he's hard to catch. So if they can get you off your feet, and not the same way Navy does, but it's a similar thought process, that they can get by you, and then you got to try to catch them at that point.
What has the team brought maybe just from like a consistency standpoint through the years?
Durability, consistency and durability. Him and Caleb both. He doesn't have quite the streak that Caleb has, but he's been in there this year. And to have guys like that you can count on week in and week out, it's tremendous. It helps you. It helps you because you obviously need the guys to play, and you want your experienced players on the field. But when you get you gain all the experience of the 3 and 4 years that they've been out there, when they're out there on Saturday.
Same kind of question about Grieve Clash and how far, I guess, in his year and a half now as a starter, like how far has he come from, where he was before that?
Yeah, I'm excited about the season Grieve is having. I think he's playing his best football as a senior. It's really what you need to have. Your seniors do. You invested a lot in them, and when they play their best football, you feel like you're really getting everything out of them. And also, it's a great example to the young players, who, so many players now come in as freshmen, and when they redshirt or they're in the depth, they're concerned already that they're not starting. And we've had so many stories over the years of guys who have redshirted, been in the depth for maybe 2 or 3 years, and then had a greate finish to their careers and then helped us win a lot of games.
When you play 4 running backs, do you ever worry about rhythm, having one guy, feel like he's...
If I felt like that somebody was in there and they had a good feel for what was going on and they had a chance to dominate the game, I would give them the opportunity. There's always that chance that can happen in a game, even if you are playing multiple guys. But I think it's twofold. That certainly could happen, and there's something to having a fresh back in there who's eager to get his touches, his carries, to play his part in the game plan, as long as they're playing within the system. And that's important that those guys go in there and they let the plays work for them. And at some point, their God-given ability will take over, but they can't try to do it all in one run.
I know you said in the past you don't necessarily want to rep 4 in a game. Have you ever rep 4 or been a part of a staff that's rep 4?
3 is the most I can ever remember playing in a game. So this will be a first this week.
Is Josh kind of back where he was? I mean, obviously, he's just getting up to speed, moves the defense, and kind of back to where he was.
I thought we really felt like his retention was really good. There were certainly some things that we had to go over, but some of the things that were game plan specific we didn't have to go over. As we put a new game plan in. So I think he is.
With a quarterback who's probably, I would imagine, you have little film on him just the last couple of games, what kind of feel do you have for him as a defense? Do you expect more than we've seen so far out of him?
We've got 3 games. I think that's a pretty good body of work, and you can see each game they're giving him a little bit more. So I think they're certainly going to give him things this week now that he's had the 3 games of experience that maybe he didn't have. So there may be some new wrinkles that we'll see in ways where they try to attack our defense. But I think we certainly have enough film on tape to evaluate him and to try to gauge what his strengths and weaknesses are.
Looks like this.
Thank you.